Hey everybody, it's Joe from Papa Jobo's, and today we're going to talk about the meltdown that the left is still having over Elon Musk buying Twitter. It goes straight into bizarre hypocrisy. Parody or drunken chutzpah. MSNBC host dragged for complaining Musk might use Twitter to do to the left what it did to the right. I want to be clear about this. It wasn't just done to the right. It was done to anybody with a conservative proclivity, meaning there were a lot of liberals out there who had problems with it as well. I don't mean leftists. There is a difference. But it happened to a lot of them as well. It happened to way more conservatives. I get it. I'm bored with it. I am an independent who believes in a lot of conservative ideals, and I have a few liberal ideals. That's kind of what an independent is. But there were a lot of independents silenced. There were a lot of libertarians silenced. There were a lot of, and to be fair and honest, yeah, probably a lot more Republicans. Anyway, let's read the ridiculousness of this. MSNBC host Ari Melber took some heat Monday for complaining that Elon Musk might use his newly acquired control of Twitter to silence some voices and amplify others. Does that sound familiar? And here's the thing. Nobody is calling for that on the right. I haven't heard any of them say it. As far as I'm concerned as an independent, we all just want our voices. Okay? That's it. We want a place to speak freely. So Twitter used to be the place where you could go and talk about anything, at least in the very beginning. And then obviously it became full of censorship and some disgusting things happened there. Now it's back on track. It's not just back on track. It's giving freedom back to people who didn't have a voice before, even if I don't agree with you. I don't want you silenced on the left. I don't. I want to know who you are, and I want to know what you're talking about. A number of critics responded to his complaint, calling out the obvious irony and pointing out the fact that Twitter had been using algorithms that effectively stifled conservative voices for years, particularly with regard to Hunter Biden and the New York Post story that was actively blocked across several platforms. You know who else is doing this kind of thing? Whose algorithm has changed? And I don't know if it's affecting my algorithm. I am a smaller channel, brand new, so I don't know how the algorithm necessarily works for me, but I haven't been picking up the traction I want. And I do a lot of stuff about being anti-woke. And I've seen that perhaps my algorithm, or I'm not making it into the algorithm. So like I said, you know who else does it? YouTube. I hope they're next. Hope they're next on the list for somebody to come and set straight. And when I say set straight, I don't mean silence people. I I think if people are out there preaching communism, that's something we need to actively fight and fight hard. How that looks, I don't know yet. The article goes on, if you own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you, you don't have to explain yourself. Yeah, no kidding. and you guys didn't have to explain yourself for years. You just sat there and gloated and did honestly evil things to people. Silencing people is evil. It leads to horrible places. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party candidate or all its candidates, all of its nominees. You could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else. And the rest of us might not find out until after the election, Melber said. Elon Musk says this is all to help people because he's just a free speech, philosophical, clear, open-minded helper. True, 100% true. He's saying that facetiously and sarcastically. Well, a lot of people had responses to it that were quite funny. The New York Post would like to have a word. This is amazing, Jerry Callahan agreed. It's like this idiot has never heard of the laptop from hell. Oh my goodness. Clay Travis, MSNBC talent suddenly realizes the owners of Twitter can rig the entire site. This is amazing to watch. Does he not realize all of this was already done to Republicans? And I just told you earlier, it wasn't just Republicans, but anyone with a conservative proclivity. Unreal, just unreal from somebody who represents Ted Cruz. The best one, though, I think is are down at the bottom here. He can't possibly lack this much self-awareness from Mark Hemingway. I don't know who he is, but yeah, spot on. Parody or drunken chutzpah. Rita Panani. I don't know who she is, but probably the best part of the whole article. So listen, all you people freaking out on the left, he's not going to silence you. If you want to leave because you don't like that people with conservative voices have a voice, you need to look yourself in the mirror. That's disgusting that you want to censor people because they don't agree with you or call them all the worst names that you can. I've been getting things from people online, and I'm just a small channel calling me horrible things because I said the word far left. And they equated that with the word racism. I think you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is the left melting down. This is wonderful to see. It is awesome to see, and I hope that a lot more very wealthy, influential people start bringing freedom of speech back to where it needs to be, which is just an open discourse for everybody. It's that simple. No one's trying to silence you on the left. Why are you doing it to conservatives, to independents, and libertarians? Ask yourself that. Censorship is the ultimate form of control that often leads into much darker territory. Let's never forget that. And if you're in support of it, go read about things like this. There's plenty of stuff out there. I've done videos on it. There's plenty of great articles on it. Go educate yourself as to what you believe in. If you believe that censorship is good, you, my friend, or not my friend, whatever you are on an evil path. Truly an evil path. The word applies. Don't do it. I'm glad to see this. Elon Musk, keep it up. Let's keep fighting back. Let's keep winning. I'm Joe from Papa Jobo's. Peace.